So to be clear, we agree that Usher Raymond sliding under Will.i.am's legs was crazy, correct?
It was the craziest part of a Super Bowl that included an overtime win and an injury where an important linebacker is lost for the whole next season just from celebrating.
I texted in the group when the Super Bowl was on. I was like, "This Usher." I texted right when Usher did that. And I was like, "This is egregious. There's not a single song Usher has that requires him sliding under another. Will.i.am's legs makes it worse for some reason."
That being said, Patrick Mahomes' comeback was the second best comeback that night. Because Usher being able to come back from that moment and actually still have an amazing show that people only remember for him hugging up, again, egregiously on Alicia Keys, is the moment that we remember, totally overlooking him sliding through Will.i.am's legs. Great comeback.
I thought the best comeback would have been Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift that night.
Because he came
on her back.
On her back.
On her back. So they call it the Superman.
Welcome to Guava Jam. Yeah. Also, respectfully, I'm Renaldo.
We got to find a name for the show. and like it has a name, and you refuse to say it.
That's Andrew. And what I have right now is a visual of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift that is not leaving me anytime soon.
That's not going anywhere.
I just saw a meme this morning where people were just not kind to her shape or lack thereof.
He is.
Be careful.
He is redheaded, so he probably coming back and call it Ice Spice.
Maybe she was involved.
Involving Ice Spice in your threesome.
It's a strange alliance. It's a strange alliance.
It's not a strange alliance. That's strategic.
Hold on. You need Ice Spice for balance, both in the music and in the threesome. Because what do people complain about Taylor Swift not having? All of the attributes that Ice Spice has.
Ass, personality, songs, etc. Okay.
I don't know if Ice Spice has personality. I think Taylor Swift got a beat on.
I don't even know if Ice Spice, like, I always hear plant talk, like, oh, she's a plant. This is a plant. She feels like a plant.
The first time I heard her speak was the Starry commercial.
Yeah, I didn't know she could talk.
I never heard her speak before that.
Did you know she's right now, I don't know if you know this, fun fact, because I was being Gal's business. Mm-hmm. She's right now beefing with Lotto.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is a terrible beef.
It's because a song named Fart.
Pardon me? Pardon me?
Hip-hop is dead. Remember the first few episodes where we used to debate whether it's dead or not? Fucking dead.
Bro, the beef started from... It started from... Okay, so let me guess. We have a fart song, and then we have a Bigfoot song.
Yeah.
This is where female hip-hop is right now.
That's where hip-hop is in general, man.
I know this is going to be controversial to say. I'm going to say it anyway.
Probably shouldn't say it.
We never should have let women have last year.
All right, so we had a plan. We had an entire rundown for how we were going to start the pod. All of that was thrown out the window because right before cut, press, record, I had to watch the trailer for X-Men 97.
And you had the audacity to have the shirt on.
I had the audacity to wear the X-Men shirt.
Great shirt, by the way.
But this is why this show speaks to us. Mm-hmm. And it is something that connected with us more than perhaps anything else in our childhood. Football and then X-Men. I think that's the two for me. Like, that's it.
Yeah, it was X-Men, the Batman, the animated series.
Yeah.
But I'm not even getting my comic bag right now, but I will say this. I think it was the most important. Marvel does not do well with animation. But X-Men and Spider-Man they'll always cook.
But think about it. The notion that Marvel didn't do well with animation came about after these.
Yes.
Because they couldn't do anything to match those two shows.
Right.
Everything else was a fall off compared to that because it was already at a 10. Like, how do you follow up this X-Men show? You know what? You go missing for almost 30 years because you can't.
So I remember watching X-Men as a youth. Shout out to my Uncle Georgie. Go by him because he had satellite. We didn't have satellite. So there was like a satellite line.
Annie with the satellite.
Right.
the big moving shit. Oh, you're like, put it on Fox.
To all the youth out there who are just with cable.
Yeah.
There used to be like actual 15-foot satellites in people's yards.
It was a huge thing that you would see at NASA when you're watching these movies. They were in people's yards.
Yes.
They would turn when you switched the channel.
And you would pray to God the channel would come in.
Yeah.
And we knew the channels, we knew phone numbers like S115, F112. And like, again, my family couldn't afford it. So I remember my aunt every Saturday morning.
That auntie with the satellite.
Oh, that auntie. And they always had food in the fridge. I know that sounds weird. I'm not saying I was poor. I'm just saying they had like Coke soda.
Hey, those two things are connected. Because the auntie with the satellite is also the auntie with the snacks.
Yes.
You know why? Ain't no children in the house.
she had these like, sorry, I don't mean to wax like this. She had these like sweet hot dog rolls, and like I'd go there like for 6 a.m. because the man had to go on the road. And like heat up 4 hot dog and make the little like Junkanoo mixture of mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup. And I would sit there and just watch cartoons from 8 a.m. until, oh God, why do we want to be anyway, X-Men.
Hold on though. You telling the youth that there was a time when we had the huge satellites. There was a time when we could watch nothing else but ZNS. This is a real time that existed.
We don't talk about this enough.
We remember the day when all of us got cable.
Yes.
It was a real thing.
I remember we had to like, so the old lady was, because at the time the Christian Council was like, no, what are these channels? Who's going to control this? And my lady was like, I don't know about this. My sister at the time was working and she was like, rest now. It's time for us to have things. It's time for, but how much is it going to cost? She goes, no, we're not going to money talk. Let us have this.
I need options.
Just let us have this.
Option is a beautiful thing. And when you give us options to the world, we are fucking taking that.
This isn't you right now. I don't know what's going on in your household, but after 10 p.m. on Friday, that's what I like to call Andrew time. Cinemax, cut the light off.
Now we getting into the evolution of something else. Then the satellites got smaller.
Yeah.
And they moved from the big thing in front of the yard to a smaller thing on the side of the house. Then you were opened up to a world of
boy. There's something now. We never run out of so much lotion so fast, so quick, so often. I can tell you something right now, son. Whoa, buddy. I would set traps. So what I would do is, like,
I would set traps.
I swear to God. We have a hallway with an inner door to protect us from evil.
Yes.
From the scourges of society.
But also as a safeguard, so you know people are coming.
Yes. Well, people were coming. Me. So I would open up the inner door.
A person was coming.
Right. And I would get my house keys and my sister's house keys and place them on the floor. And so, of course, and we all know about this, clean cut as well, the last channel.
Yeah.
So, of course, I have the last channel on Adult Swim that would have, like, Dragon Ball Z, da-da-da. But then
last channel, always something completely benign. Because, of course, I was watching this cartoon. Fuck.
I would set up the lotion over here, because I'm right-handed, got lotion over here. I got a remote here, just like this. I was like, okay, we get the channel going? Okay, we get the channel going.
Last always has to be where you could do it with one finger like this, and the remote don't have to move.
Yes. So I got last channel over here, got my lotion over here. We find a little soft porn. And by the way, this is the softest porn imaginable.
It's so ridiculous.
It's an actual storyline.
Because this is why, I actually like those. This is why... I don't know. I need a story.
Different conversation.
You can't just walk in there and be like, here's your pizza. Also your penis. No, I need to know, like, why are you ordering this pizza? Like, what happened? Did you guys
How hungry were you?
I mean...
Was it the munchies?
Did you get into an argument with your significant other before he left, which is why the pizza man is appealing to you? Anyway, I need all of that.
Revenge,
anyway, but the reason why the remote has to be in that specific place and it has to be ready for you to just press it with one finger, you cannot fucking fumble the last.
No.
And you can't fumble the last.
You have to be perfect in that moment because the hallway is like...
Patrick Mahomes' precision pressing that last button.
Here's the thing. I know once I see... So I have 2 techniques. I had 2 techniques. I'm a man now. I shook off forever. Yeah. I had 2 techniques. One was if I had the keys. And then the second one was if I saw a shadow over here. So you have to be kind of ambidextrous.
Ooh.
Exactly. I have to be ambidextrous visually because one eye's on porn, one eye's on these shadows. And I got to make sure, okay, well, cool. You know what I mean? Like the minute I see a shadow, I know the exact amount of seconds I need. Amount of seconds.
This helped you so much later on when it came to your football career.
Yes.
Because you were able to come off of a block and still look at the ball carrier because as a youth, you grew up with one eye here, one eye here. I can still perform.
Fun story. The first time in Canada, we can run scrimmages during the winter. So we'd be inside the basketball stadium. So the first time ever doing anything. They made a middle linebacker because I was way too big to be linebacker, way too small to be a nose tackle. So it's like, let's just try you at linebacker. Now, anyway, running back comes in, catch him slipping, da-da-da. He was like, that's insane vision. You just solved that for me.
Yeah.
I always had very good vision.
You know why it's insane vision?
Yes.
Because you knew what was going on. I
saw it.
Because you can't just solely watch the shadow, otherwise you're defeating the purpose.
Yeah.
How do you get off watching the shadow?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what the shadow's doing.
But
how do you get off watching that? You have to be here. Your focus has to be here. That has to be the periphery.
So, let's not act like you and I didn't glory in the shadow challenge.
I mean,
what a time.
It was one of the
greatest.
The pandemic was terrible. Let me say that first.
Rest in peace to everyone.
Lives
To
are
those we lost.
Lives are lost during the pandemic. It was an awful thing. We never want to
Rest
lose.
in peace to my grandmother.
But I just want to say, Busted Challenge,
Yeah.
Silhouette Challenge.
Silhouette challenge. Yeah, I need y'all to understand something about me and Ronaldo. We don't talk often. We'll maybe talk, I guess, for this show,
But we know.
but literally it was a back and forth like, oh, no, but you seen this one? You seen this one? Oh, that's nice. Thanks, boy. Appreciate it. We was back and forth like, yeah. It was a fantastic time.
Michigan State will forever be in my heart, and it has nothing to do with basketball.
I have been getting into basketball gas lately. So much so my algorithm is showing me like actual games. And I'm like, yo, they're talented, but also fine.
You're just trying to see Juju.
Mostly,
Yeah, you ain't trying to, like...
by the way. For a fine gal, great name. They took a chance.
No, it's a fine gal
They
name.
took- like if the girl Precious from the movie Precious, if her name was Juju,
No, that's...
but her,
Juju is a fine gal name. To me, it's like...
well done. Well done.
I always feel like Brittany is a fine gal name.
Mm.
There are certain names that you just know.
I don't know any good Britneys though.
You don't?
Do you know any good like Ashleys?
Yes.
No, I mean like fine and unproblematic.
Yes.
You know what? Good Ashley?
Yeah.
I don't know any good Ashleys or any good Britneys. I also don't know any good Rachels.
See, here's the thing, Andrew. You also have to remember that I went to school in...
Majority white.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a lot of Southern belles, as you would call them. Ranked very high on the totem pole. Ranked very high.
So between Nassau and this,
What are we doing?
and this is not going in the podcast. This is not
What are we
we're not clipping this at all. But between Nassau and Kentucky, you kind of like split the difference there. It's a great joke. You're not gonna clip it. That's a great joke.
I'll give it to you.
You split the difference.
I'll give it to you.
You're like, you know what? Let me find a healthy balance.
I'll give it to you. I will clip that one. I'll let you have it.
Oh, for real?
I'll let you have it.
Yes.
Yes, that one is going.
But no, I think this X-Men is going to be, honestly, I think for our childhood, we were privy to such very good animation, very good television, very good storytelling. And I feel like this X-Men, I'm sorry, I don't mean to wax poetic, but like, this is important.
You have to with this.
This is important for us.
You know why you have to when it comes to X-Men? Because, and I remember the moment that I learned that Stan Lee was talking about the civil rights movement with this.
Mhm.
And for somebody that studied that so heavily at a young age, like I was in 4th grade and I
Mhm.
remember my first adult book was the autobiography of Malcolm X, reading that cover to cover. And then to learn that Stan Lee was trying to say this same shit, but he just didn't know how to do it in his company.
Mhm.
He had to do it with these fake people to make the message palatable to young people. I was like, that shit is amazing. So that in itself always made the story special to me, right? But outside of that, the show is just good.
What's your favorite scene, episode, moment?
Okay, so it's a whole lot of favorites.
Or trope.
But let's start from, well, I think the favorite trope is always the tension that exists between Cyclops and Wolverine
Mhm.
over Jean Grey. Because
By the way, that was great. We were children.
we
Go
were
on.
children.
I'm gonna keep saying we were children. Sorry.
Battle lines were drawn. You were
Yeah.
either a Cyclops dude or Wolverine dude.
I was a Wolverine.
And
dude.
it spoke to the kind of person that you were. If you were a Wolverine dude over a Cyclops dude. Because let's be clear, Cyclops, great person, used to do nothing wrong.
He was a good guy.
He's the leader.
Yep.
He's the one that you count on. He's known for doing all the right things the right way. Wolverine would just fuck off for no reason, go missing for years, and just come back and just be doing whatever the hell he wanted, actively trying to fuck this big gal.
So let me get it straight. Wolverine was ghosting the team,
Yes.
actively trying to fuck another man, wife,
And
girlfriend.
And he was out here.
Let's be clear though. You know what we don't discuss enough? Jean Grey was a problem.
Of course, Jean Grey
She
was
was
a
an
problem.
absolute toxic fucking gal. We don't
Why
discuss
she
that
was
enough.
entertaining Wolverine.
Thank you. He'll crack a joke. Oh yeah, where's Scott? Oh, Wolverine, stop. Why on this mission together? Why you accept this mission?
Nigga.
You and Jubilee can do this by yourself. And you know Jubilee gonna light the way while you kill everyone. And you over here with Jean. Jean was over there. Jean is an Omega level mutant. She's on par, if not better than Professor X
Yes.
and Magneto. Why are you on a mission to stop the police and help the police with a robbery?
And this is the thing. This why, And now looking back at it, I see why Cyclops used to be freaking out all the time.
Yeah.
Because bro, he can only be so angry at her, right? Because she's way too fucking powerful. I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Where you going?
I gotta slow my roll.
Where you going?
I could get angry, but not so angry because she may do this, and then I end up with a pretzel on top of the roof. Like that kind of thing can happen.
Now, let's say what
So
it is.
he had to take it all out on Wolverine. So anytime Wolverine miss and say something, Cyclops won't be like, shut the fuck up.
He was triggered.
Yes.
He'd be like, hey, Scott, where we going? Shut the fuck up. We have a mission. For Christ's sake. Why won't she love me? Let's go.
I don't blame him,
Also,
dog.
let me see what you don't want to say. There's Jean Grey pussy.
Mhm.
Then there's Dark Phoenix pussy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just feel like
Yeah.
for
It's
gal
different.
with her powers,
It's different.
she could probably change the elasticity of her vagina. She can make it tighter.
She could do
So-
anything.
She look like you can imagine grinding. She be like, you need it tighter. That's good. That's a good pressure for you.
I feel
Jesus Christ.
like because of her power, they could be sitting there listening to a lecture from Professor X, Cyclops across the room. Jean Grey goes like this, bam, you just came. I give you the entire feeling of sex while you just sitting over there.
So where I going?
Where
Where I going?
going? Where I going?
I can't fuck Storm.
I have to deal with this moody Canadian.
This 5'6".
Yeah, this 5'6" rabid animal. I gotta deal with him and try to make peace. You know why? Because you could make me come from across the room at any point of the day.
I feel like if we ever saw Scott in therapy, he'd be like, I don't know why they don't like me. I do the right thing. I follow the rules. I'm 6'2". I cast beams from my eyes. I'm so dangerous that if I take my shades off, all y'all get bodied. But y'all like the pointy finger dude?
He's the stereotypical good old American boy.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, no, he's a quarterback.
6'3", statuesque, square jaw,
Matt Saracen.
the little 5'5"
Yes.
Canadian.
Yes.
Just always angry. And somehow that was our hero.
Wolverine was so unathletic. They had to like put adamantium in his body and then give him instincts. And Scott was out here throwing, he's throwing 300 yards a game.
And it didn't matter. But this, you mentioned Storm, right? And they had a brief storyline with him and Wolverine, with her and Wolverine, but it didn't take off to the extent, well, at least not for us with the
Storm's a
animated
real
show.
black woman. She was like, I'll grind you.
But
I'll
not-
grind you, but
and this is who I always respected the most out of anyone, right?
I know where you're going.
Gambit. You know why?
I'm so glad we're here now.
Gambit got there.
I'm so glad.
And
we're here.
immediately within 5 minutes, Gambit read the room. Gambit understand, hold on, these two niggas after that? Well, let me get that right there. There's no competition going
Real
over here.
nigga shit. And let me give us flowers too. Nothing I respect more, shout out to Miguel. Nothing I respect more than niggas who will pursue the gal, take the blows, pause. Like, he just dodging blows. He'd be like, there were episodes where he'd be like, yo, so like, what you doing tonight, Sherry? She'd be like, you can't handle this. And he'd be like, Gambit got power to spare. I'm like, yo, talk to this hoe. Talk to this hoe. Talk to this
Why
hoe.
this nigga was teaching us how to spit and we didn't even know it?
He was giving us between him and Pepe Le Pew, who was a little bit of a sexual assaulty guy. But they were
very,
like,
very sexual assault.
very
I don't want to take too much from Pepe Le Pew.
Yo, but Gambit had bars.
Pepe Le Pew was on some Bill Cosby shit. Like,
Yes.
we know that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was points where that little skunk used to drink something, then we would see her falling out, and then Pepe Le Pew just holding her,
Oh, baby.
kissing her, like, unsolicited. Like, what is happening here?
We had a time last night, no? It's like, no. I don't remember.
Did we? Did we have a time last night, Pepe? But yes, Gambit was absolutely like laser focus.
Mhm.
I am just going one-on-one at this every time. And you know what he was doing? Waiting in the tall grass.
Planting seeds.
Because it did not matter how many times she was saying no, Gambit was calculating it. We lived together. She could say no 99 times.
Where you going?
But that 100th time, that 100th time,
Yeah.
it's going to hit. And
Yeah.
I am going to hit.
I'll do you one. I'll do you one better. The thing I respect about Gambit was we all watched Rogue like touch niggas and fuck them up, and like drain their energy. She kissed him one time.
This nigga said I didn't kill.
She kissed him one time and she blew like a spark out of her mouth, like some of his like radiation. He was like, "Oh, you like that, Sherry?" And then he fell to the floor and he was like, "You like that, Sherry?" She goes, what you call Cajun? Said, "One thing about you, Cajun." I was like, he got her.
nigga was willing to die for that pussy. You
hear me? You hear me?
That white streak in her hair.
No, that was sexy though.
That nigga, of course it was sexy.
Rogue was sexy as fuck.
Listen,
Rogue was sexy as fuck.
why did they make her with so much sex appeal? Let's
She
talk
was
about
so
that
sexy.
right there. Why?
Especially for you.
The Southern Belle accent. You had me from the accent.
Country.
When you say sugar, that's it.
Country gal, don't sleep. Rogue had yams. She was yammed the fuck up. Thick.
Their job was to work out, you know.
All day.
Their job
All
was
day.
to work out.
They're in the war room just going at it, fighting every day.
The danger room was just their gym.
Danger room, pardon me.
Their entire job was just to work out.
Yes.
So of course she was gonna be fine. Why she was
She's
built like
strong. She badass.
that? It fucked us up because we thought that's what women were supposed to look like.
Yes. Next thing was, here's the thing with Rogue people don't talk about. Ladies, I'm sorry. Didn't talk a lot.
Jesus.
Rogue just had, no, think about it. Rogue had one-liners. Oh, you're more afraid of the long-tailed cat than one full of rocking chairs.
Don't mean nothing.
Don't
but
mean
the
a
way,
motherfucker.
But the way she said that shit
Like,
just had me.
Talk that shit, baby. You crazy.
This is why when I went to school,
Crazy.
I heard a gal say cheeseburger in that accent, and I was like, want it?
You. I choose you.
Cheeseburger.
Who do we think was the most useless? And we all know the answer.
I know. Okay, I have to go with a different one because I know where you're going, and I will allow you to have your moment.
I'm
with
actually not going where you think I'm going.
that. Well, we have to address her. Okay, Jubilee was
Jubilee's
just doing low-level fireworks.
Nonsense.
Like what is the purpose of it?
Even in the intro thing, I was like, da-da-da-da-da-da, and she's like, sparkles. It's like
Sentinels are like at one point I wish this was like an episode of The Boys. Because like Sentinels are chasing us down, trying to hunt us, kill us, fuck us, do all of
Sparkles.
that. And you trying to distract these killer robots with fireworks, with just sparkles across the sky. That's supposed to work. Like, I would like for all of them to stop the fight and just be like, nigga, help us.
help, please. Is that all you have?
Because I don't understand what it is. But yes,
Most
her.
useless was low-key Nightcrawler.
Oh, no, dog.
No.
No.
I fuck with
All right,
Nightcrawler.
let's go
But
here.
he has to see the room before he teleports to it.
So
So if you have to see the shit before, that means now I've never seen them do a scouting mission.
that's always been a problem for me.
Right.
That's been a
That's
problem
my issue with him. Jubilee we know is useless. That's an easy
Because
target.
that means you got to go all around the world and just be there. Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe it's implied that that's something that he used to do. This nigga just got to be in as much places as possible to
Right.
register to his database.
But my issue with him is, number one, the whole I have to see the room. Number two, he was like a Christian. Like he had real issues with his morality.
That's your problem with
A
it?
little bit. Because I feel like you can't be like what God would give you to stay. Like you can't be.
Again, this, you know what this was? This was Stanley teaching us some shit before we was ready to learn
That's
it.
fair. That's
Because
fair.
you are judging him by the way he looks and because he seemed like a creepy little demon, but film noir, he's not demonic at all. He's the most Christian nigga on the
He's
show.
the most Christian.
to the point that
became a
it's-
priest.
to the point that it's ruining his morality is actually ruining what they can do on
Yes.
missions.
I remember there was a whole shout out to Elaine. There was a whole episode where he's just in church, and Logan's like, "Hey, buddy, need you for a mission." He goes, "What are we doing, Logan?" Logan's like, "I just."
You could do the thing where you could go from that room to that room. I can't do that shit. I can only like claw niggas and they can't really hurt me.
No, but
I need you to do this.
no, but we're hurting people, and
No, I can hurt people. I just need you to teleport, go in there, get the key to open the door for me to hurt more people.
does God love us, Logan?
I mean, I don't know, but I know for sure this nigga over here don't love us, and we got to kill him. So again, need you to come on, do the teleport thing, and let's just do the
But
mission.
look at the amount of people we have hurt. I mean, should we?
You know what?
Here?
Not enough, because more of them want to hurt us. We haven't hurt enough people yet.
Not enough is crazy.
So if you could just leave, and then let's take it.
By the way, I love that the cutscenes for that episode was Gambit actively in the kitchen trying to grind Rogue. This whole time I look at the church, Gambit's like, "Has Nightcrawler come around?" And he's like, "No." She goes, "No, I did not back." He goes, "All right, well, yeah, no, I don't know. What we doing?
Gambit only used to do two things.
Try grind and fight."
In any of his downtime, this nigga was just playing solitaire and actively trying to grind Rogue. And then it's like, oh, well, it's time to
Hold
go
on.
fight.
But before we get out of this, please tell me you saw the famous clip. It's been circulating on social media for the past like 2 months of Jean Grey was cooking some food, And Cajun was like, "Oh, what you cooking?" And she was like, "Let me cook." And he was like, "All right, cool." She bringing the shit with her mind all her said. He tries the food and he's like, "There's no seasoning. There's nothing in this." She goes, "Leave me, get out of my kitchen." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I can't fuck with this gal."
No.
I think that like cemented it for him to make us like, "Bro, where you from again? Kentucky? Say less.
Think about it.
Say less."
I'm from New Orleans. I need the Southern Belle. I can't have Midwest or wherever the hell Jean Grey from New York.
I say all that to say this. Gavin is an ally.
Yeah, always.
Trump and not Trump. Scott, Cyclops, Wolverine,
Scott's a good guy.
and there's a lot of good guys on that side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. When Clea goes inside and talk about Superman, I was like, he was in Kansas, and that is a red state.
Yeah.
What's his opinions on the colors? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think his opinion was?
Why are they trying to say that morality come from middle America when we've learned that it does not?
Quick question: how much people in the hood have you seen Superman save? Now, how many in Manhattan?
He would let so much people die for this one gal.
For this white woman's tears.
He would let so much people die
White woman tears.
for this one gal.
He would literally leave like a shootout with an alien. He'd be like, "Clark!" And she's falling. I think, how you get?
Because she couldn't find a dress.
I'm sorry. After the 5th building you fall from, maybe you should just die. Maybe that's God's plan. Maybe God actively trying to kill you. Like, how much buildings can you fall from, bro? No one knows he's Clark Kent.
Hey, and you know what I like in all of these shows? When it's the old savvy mentor and they was trying to put young men on TV. The old savvy mentors would always be like, well, you gotta have the secret identity because you can't let people know that you attached to this person because when they know you attached to this person, that's how they hurt you. What they was trying to tell us is, don't get too close to nobody because it only brings pain.
Bruce Wayne, long may he live, taught us the game. He fucked Lois.
Yeah.
In World's Finest. He went to Metropolis. He's like, "This your hoe?
Mm-hmm.
This your girl? Nah, we friends. Oh, you ain't knocked this? Say less." Knocked it and was like, "Anyway, where the Joker?"
Because you know what my superpower is when I don't have the costume on?
Fucking these hoes.
Billionaire playboy.
Yeah.
Which is a real world superpower, by the way.
Per our conversation in the car, sometimes, you ain't even doing it because you want to do it. Sometimes you're doing it because you're like, "Hey man, your name's carrying some weight, You here? We drinking." There's a scene where before he hits it, they're at a party and he pulls a dramatic move where he like walks to me and goes, "You and Clark, what's going on here?" And she was like, "Oh, we're just friends." He walks to me and goes, "I just don't want to be a problem. I don't want this to be a thing." She goes, "No, it's just you." You know that the gaslight. He gaslit the fuck out of her. The next morning, waking up, she put on the clothes. She was like, "Oh, I'm going out with Bruce again." And Clark was like, "What the fuck? Hold on."
But that's that Jean Grey shit though, because you went
Jean Grey shit.
You could have shut that down right then. Niggas could always be niggas. Always. The burden of how things go, 100% rests with the woman.
Yes.
Every single time.
What is you know
Except for with Pepe Le Pew and Bill Cosby. But
That's
everyone
rape.
else.
That's rape.
Everyone else, the burden rests with the woman.
What is the code if me, you, and Clean Cut go to the bar right now, and it's 4 relatively good-looking girls?
Yep.
What is the code? Do we choose or they choose?
Hoes always choosing. Always.
I have to look at you.
So it can
look at him.
it can be, okay, yep, nobody. I like that one. Let me go after That's not how this works.
No.
That's not how this works.
We sit down. If I'm like, "Yeah, boy, one thing with him," and it's hippopotamus burger. Andrew, you're so stupid. Her. Okay, cool. Y'all can sort yourselves out. That's the one that likes me.
Yeah.
She's not the finest. She's not the funniest. She's a little bit stupid, but that's the one that likes me. That's the one I have the easiest chance of having sex with tonight.
The attributes that I need.
That's it.
That's all.
She's alive with a vagina and she's not drunk.
Let the chips fall where they may.
So shout out to the young King Bruce Wayne for never settling down.
Hold on, but we do have to. Okay, so real time watching the trailer, I got emotional. I had to watch it in real time right before we started. There were some key moments. There was Cyclops saying to me, my X-Men, and well, first of all, what is so great about this is I don't even think we conveyed it to the audience how much we were longing for this and how much we missed it since it left TV in 97. Like, we went on with our lives, grew up, made tons of mistakes, and all the while...
I had a dark joke just now. Go on.
I know where you was going with it. all the while forgetting about this kinda, but it was always in the back of our minds.
Mhm.
They still had the movies. There was a whole lot of other media coming out, but this was the one that we always needed. We
Mhm.
always needed and wanted this. They had some really good shit come out, like Days of Future Past. I love that.
Excellent. Yeah,
I
really
love
good.
when they took it
Really
back
good.
to the 60s.
Yeah.
Any origin story, any period piece, I'm with. But we always needed this.
Mhm.
And what did I say the minute they started to show some frames, everything going on, they taking you back to the last episode, and I said, well, where's Magneto? And you said to me, wait for it. And it was fucking worth it.
It was. They delivered.
It was
Him,
worth it.
him with the glorious hair, turning around being like, "Oh, y'all thought shit was sweet. Oh, that nigga gone, bro." First of all, Magneto, Magneto without Charles Xavier is like letting me go on a podcast with us doing this with no Dakari, where
It
there's
was like the
there's no leash.
Remember the first couple episodes when Kari couldn't be there and it was just me and you, and then we was drinking?
Yes,
It's like that.
it's bad.
Remember when he just gets so frustrated, he was like, we ain't doing this no more? And then we had to make the rule we can't drink for the podcast.
No,
because
one of us
that.
can't drink.
Well, yeah. But when both of us was drinking that time,
Oh my god,
it was terrible.
It was terrible.
That's Magneto being in charge.
No leash, no filter. Yo, the fact that, first of all, it appears like he broke in. And he was like looking out the window with his arms behind his back with Omega level mutants behind him. He's like, hey, what y'all saying? So listen, I got Charles Willie. What we doing?
Remember when we was just trying to kill each other last week? I's the captain now. What y'all didn't know, or some of you may have, Scott, you know, because y'all had like a weird father-son relationship. So you know, but no, that's actually my brethren.
Quick question. I'm not going to assign it to an artist. In that moment of Magneto standing in the office,
Drake.
You know.
It's always Drake.
You know.
It's always Drake.
Pardon me.
You know what's weird
Pardon
about You know what's weird about him? He is Magneto. He has been Cyclops. He has been Wolverine, and he is always fucking Gambit. He's all of them.
Paint, if you will, a picture. Magneto standing up there, looking outside the window. I mean, he just chilling, minding his business, waiting for them to wake up and notice that he's broken in. And all you hear in the background is this.
Hey. Can't play it too long.
And you hear Red Button, and he's talking. I'll fucking, like, you know he about to get them bars off.
March.
I don't.
We right there.
I don't think
we're like 2 weeks away from this.
I don't think he listened to Drake though. I think you're wrong. I think he listened to Rick Ross. Maybach Music. I think he's on. I think he's on that like Rick Ross energy of like inspirational. I'm that dude, but also I sell drugs. I may shoot you.
Yeah.
So just be careful. Drake, you don't really believe. I feel like he listened to Rick Ross. Maybe T.I.
What if it's something grimier? Like, what if he ended on his ODB shit?
We're all gonna die.
Because
we're all gonna. That's Joker shit. Joker listens to ODB. Because
there are times when Magneto. I mean, we get the message, but there are times when he was just like, "All right, I go in full anarchist mode. Like that's the mood I on now."
I hate to be a stan, but I think Magneto is a guy. You know, Charles Xavier is getting all the flowers. He's getting all the accolades. He's getting all the love. He's working with the UN. He's working with President XYZ. I think he's always felt like an underdog. I think he goes either the Griselda route or he goes that dark Kanye route. I think he goes that dark Kanye, not the good Kanye albums.
Yeah.
He goes like this last album where he's like, and you're like, what you doing?
We know when the turn happened.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he's just attacking, like he does all of that. I think he goes the Kanye route. I don't,
I could see him doing some Kanye shit because Magneto is a huge narcissist.
Right.
So I could definitely see that. Like that energy, that tracks.
Like he's bumping, and if you go back to the movie of him in the internment camp in Germany, he's bumping "Life of the Party," where Andre goes off about his mother and all the rest of that. Like he's bumping that song. And so like, yo, like I had this vision of here's a driver. He's looking out the window. He goes, "They killed my mom. You know that, Travis? They killed my mother. That's why all these people gotta fucking die. All of them." Cut the Kanye up 1 second. Let me weep and move metal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
He's going Kanye.
I can't wait for March.
It's like so good.
Football ended. Yeah, I got basketball. Football ended, but like this is the next sport.
Oh yeah.
Like we still waiting for Game of Thrones to come back, and I'll tell you right now, audience, I'm looking at y'all in the camera.
Talk to him.
Y'all getting week by week X-Men pods.
Talk to him.
I can tell you that right now.
Yep.
So like as we leave here, what is it? It's Sunday the 18th as we recording. I'm going on Disney Plus, rewatching all of it so I can get caught up to speed with every single episode. We doing recaps.
Whether you like it or not.
We going back to our Game of Thrones shit.
Yes. This is Game of Thrones worthy. As a matter of fact, if we're committing to Monday, let's start Monday. I have a Disney password you could use. Disney Plus password you could use. Don't ask. I got you.
I don't ask questions about any weird thing involving you that comes my way.
I noticed. I noticed.
I just let that shit ride.
I love that all my boys, and I have very few of them, are like, all right, Andrew's Andrewing. Like, even John's at the point of being like, yeah, you left something by me. I don't know why there's a tennis racket, but that's fine. Just come pick it up, please. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, it's fine.
I ain't gonna put my hand on it. I can just pick it up and leave it outside the door. If I'm here, just get it. But it is what it is.
Speaking of football, I heard that we should be doing like I think we should do like a draft of like, I was gonna say Bahamian politicians, but maybe like popular Bahamians.
Yeah. Okay, so the idea came to me when I was watching NBA All-Star Weekend and saw the Celebrity All-Star Game. And I always used to think, I wanted to be a part of this game because I feel like I have like an adequate level of hoop skills where I could shine somewhat in this. And when you could do that on a stage that big, I mean, you know what comes along with that? Like, I would like to be matched up against like the shitty people, not when they bring in the WNBA players who good or the football players trying to show out like Micah Parsons out there dunking on people and shit.
Right.
Him and Puka Nakua and DK Metcalf. Not them.
No.
I'm going to go against like the unathletic actors and rappers and stuff like that and then just body them. I was like, yeah, but I'm famous. I can't do that. No. So if we was to bring it here, I think the closest thing we have is when doing the Don't Blame Home Run Derby where they have the softball game. But I don't play softball.
No, not at all.
So
it's a gal sport.
What sport would we play?
I
want to go football.
I want to go football.
I want to go football.
And I'm mad because you broached this in the car and now I have way more things I have to say.
Yeah. So I want to go football. So if we was doing this, and I had a football team of Bahamian. I don't even want to say celebrities because you can't even be a celebrity in a country full of
21/7
400,000 people.
Yeah,
I'm making Brave my running back. Low center,
great choice.
Low center of gravity.
Great choice.
Always talks about his soccer days, so I know he got like the foot speed in there. Still tracks for a minute. He has access to train whenever he want to because he in charge of the whole country. And if we playing flag or whatever, he could actually just say, "Don't touch me," and every time we give him the ball, it's a touchdown.
Am I tripping that he looks quick?
Yeah, he looked like he got.
He looks quick.
Quickness
For his size, because
like
he's one of them dudes who always got like his hand on something like this. Or something like,
yeah.
I just feel and blah, 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 blah. But they're the dudes who's be like, yeah, they quick.
You could see it. Like it wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise you. See, we only used to seeing him in suits. It wouldn't surprise you if he came out there in some shorts
And had surprising speed.
Yeah,
I could see it.
That's there.
I'm also looking at Michael Pinto. What's the name of the twins? Not Tyler. The twins who played. One for the Giants, one for the Patriots.
The DBs?
No. They were twins. Bald head guy.
Tiki and Rondé Barber.
Right. I could see a Michael Pintard as a good safety. He writes poetry, number one, which gives me Palomalo vibes. Very thoughtful, very whatever.
We got to get back to something with leaders after this, but go ahead.
I could see him being like our Palomalo, like when he's like writing poetry in sideline, but he's like violent because he's like, he got teased for writing poetry and they're not good. So like he like is angry about that. So he's hitting the shit out of niggas. But like he also is like very, cognizant. He's a cognitive guy.
My coach is Rodney Moncur.
Excellent. That is a correct choice.
Because
that is a correct choice.
There will only be chaos.
And whoever your QB is in full control.
Yes. There will only be chaos and he's just there to drop one-liners.
Fun fact, not even a fun fact, that's not true at all. But what I loved about, I'm a Colts fan. As a Tony Dungy Colts fan, that man did not control that offense. No. Peyton Manning control. Tony Dungy's like, listen, I'm bringing the 4-3. The Tampa 2.
The Tampa 2, that's it.
Y'all just, Peyton, what are you seeing out there? Okay. Yeah, okay.
And you know how you market that? You market that by saying sometime, and Phil Jackson always did this one a lot, sometimes great coaching is allowing a great player to be a great player.
Yeah.
No, just sit your ass down
Shut
and
the
let
fuck up.
Jordan do work. Let Kobe and Shaq do work.
My coach is going to be. I know where I want to go, but I don't want to say that because that's going to get controversial. I think I'm going to go with Leslie Miller. Leslie Miller.
Okay.
I think he has the passion. I feel like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And I feel like he'd be like, man, I let him tackle you, man. What's going on, you, man?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, get it better.
He's definitely going.
There's no real logic. There's no
No.
real plan in place. He just
No.
doesn't like the thing that happened just now.
Yeah.
There's no future. There's no forward thinking.
Gonna be great for being mic'd up.
My QB, I'm sorry. First of all, my punter, this is going to sound a little bit racist. It's not, but it is a little bit. My punter is Sawyer Boy.
Go on.
I feel like Sawyer Boy is going to be my punter and my field goal kicker. Here's the thing. Pause. Looks good in the moment. When it comes down to the winning drive, kicks it through, does what he has to do, celebrates. I can just see Sawyer Boy on a man's shoulder being celebrated for hitting the field goal.
I want to stay on the comedian wave because that was going to be my next choice.
Mhm.
And this is at receiver. It's going to seem like not the right build for receiver, but follow me down this path and
I
go
got
on
you.
this plane.
I walk with you.
I'm going vocab as my top pick at receiver. Here's the thing. You know what I envision? The Percy Harvin role.
Okay.
The Tyreek Hill
Okay,
role.
cool.
You ain't
okay.
gotta be
Okay.
statuesque 6'3", but you gotta be quick. You gotta have hands. You gotta be elusive. That's my receiver.
I'm not mad at that, actually.
I think he's a good receiver.
You know what I was going with receiver? And you said it in the car. Well, you didn't say it in the car, but I was thinking it when you said it. I'm going Fred Mitchell. I'm going Fred Mitchell.
Makes a good defensive back.
No, I'm going with him being a receiver. I'm going Fred Mitchell being the guy. Because I can just see him lining up and be like, yo, you see it, right? You see, hold on, timeout. Do you see what they're doing?
Everyone's here is stupid but me.
I'm the smartest guy here.
And I need to tell you why I'm the smartest guy here.
And that's why Dwayne Sands is my QB. Dwayne Sands is my QB because that competition, that level of like, I'm smarter than you, no, I'm smarter than you, I have to prove you wrong, I think that's going to make for great football.
Or it will blow your team apart.
It's either a big win or big lose.
You're willing to take the risk.
I'll take the risk. I feel like if we got Dwayne Sands onto center, I feel like Fred Mitchell is good. Remember when it was Tom Brady and Randy Moss? That's what I'm envisioning. We're like, who's the star here? Fred going deep. Pause. But he's I can't even. He's gonna run straight. He's gonna go. Fred's
Wow.
he's gonna play football.
I don't know where we go.
He's gonna be so fast.
All right, are we including current athletes? We probably shouldn't include current athletes in this. Well, what if can we take athletes that play other sports, kind of like how they do with the Celebrity All-Star Game, like WNBA players could play in it, football players could play in it. Can we take other athletes from different places and then have them on the field with this?
Jungle Jones is my tight end.
Damn it.
Jungle Jones is my tight end. I got her. I got her running Gronk routes. I got her as my tight end.
Okay.
And I, by the way, this ain't even no like woman man shit. I feel like she could take it. I feel like she can like.
She's 6'6".
Yes. I've seen her in person and I felt you know basketball was like this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you 6'6" for real?
No, legit.
You legitimately look
Legit
tall.
6'6",
Yeah.
like across the middle, she's catching passes. To that end, my quarterback, Shawnee Miller-Weebo.
Mobile quarterback. Mobile quarterback.
When the play breaks down, first of all, tall enough to see over the line.
I see it.
She's got the wingspan. You know that's a cannon. Just based on elasticity, you know that's a cannon back there. And when that play breakdowns, Lamar Jackson, because who could catch her once she hits stride? Nobody.
Blindside. I got Bolek. Blindside.
Okay.
I got him protecting the QB. Not off of anything of his characteristics. He looks like he can protect the blind side. I'm sorry. He's not a big guy. Like he's a big dude, but he's not like so big to where I don't think that he's mobile or can move.
Right.
I got bow leg protecting the blind side.
Okay.
Which is a hard position to cover if we're talking like Bahamians.
Yeah, it's a hard position. It's a hard position in real football.
In real football.
So imagine this. I think I'm good. I think I like my team. I like where we headed with this.
I got Kirk Cornish as safety.
I don't even know who a lot of these people are. You cover a lot more Bahamian.
Oh
news
yeah,
than me,
Kirk
so
Cornish is the MP for Long Island that was accused of sexual assault. Of a young
Okay,
lady.
I know it had to be something.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it had to be something.
When you got that on your jacket,
It couldn't just. I don't think we should let him play. It's not in our game.
Hold on. Before we get out of this, pause. Where are we putting if Pinland was in live? Rest in peace. Where are we putting him? Where are we putting Pinland and where are we putting Milo Butler?
Milo Butler's on the offensive line, just because.
Goal line? Okay, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, line of scrimmage. He can play. He can play on both sides.
Okay.
For Pinling, if he's not your coach, he's a player. I like him at middle linebacker because I need him being in charge of the defense.
Like the Ray Lewis. Like he's your Ray Lewis.
There's nobody that's gonna have better leadership skills than that. There's nobody he's going to.
You're not wrong.
If he has a good say, he's going to allow a great player to go rogue. Like if the time comes when a rogue player has to make a play, he'll say, you know what? Go ahead and make that play. I'll cover for you with the coach. I can look the other way.
Before we get to this, let me name 4 more names, and then that's decide where we put them. By the way, I'm putting. If I had, I'll switch my coaching out for Pinland. I'll put him as coach.
Okay.
Milo Butler, O-line. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I can give you some names. Minnis, Ingram, Perry Christie. And for some reason, I want to know your thoughts on Diagler.
Okay. Menace, I'm putting him on the defensive line.
Yeah. Nose tackle.
There is something. All I can think about is
he had the dog in him.
He always had a certain level of anger, especially with the media. Like, why you asking me this shit? Like, he has a level of nastiness that you need on the defensive line. And that's what I want.
That laugh, standing across from your line, that would terrify me.
Oh, yeah. Because Ingram got some definite Joker vibes.
Oh, my God. I'm Jason Kelsey. I'm like, this is... Go.
Them two on either sides of your D-line. You got Ingram on one side, Minnis on the other side.
Minnis could actually do that Dwight Freeney shit. I could see him having a good spin move. I could see him coming off that line and knocking the dog shit out of you. I know I could see it.
Yeah.
If you got that heavy to, the heavy to light set, I could see it.
Yeah.
Diagler.
Kicker. Yeah. Kicker. He's a kicker. Man.
Yeah. No, you're right. Your answer's correct.
Yeah.
Your answer's correct. Perry Christie.
You already got John Quella tight end on one side. I see him as a defensive player. You know what? I see him working in tandem as the other linebacker with Ping. And here's why. You always need that lead dog. Like every Ray Lewis needs a Terrell Suggs.
Yeah.
Every great middle linebacker needs that wild card on the edge
to cover.
Who is going to do some wild shit. Like you could sick them on somebody. And I feel like they have to have the perfect level of that subservient nature where they're going to just go out and do the job.
What's the plan, boss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they want.
What's the plan, boss? Yeah.
And that's the guy. That's the guy. But Ping has to be a middle linebacker. See, it can't be someone else at middle linebacker who your weak side linebacker won't respect their authority.
I have to disagree. I could see Ping as an Ed Reed. There's a clip of like Bill Belichick and Tom Brady planning around Ed Reed.
Hey, this is why that defense was so amazing. Because they had 2 of them niggas.
Yeah, buddy.
They had 2 of them niggas.
Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, who was like, no, you're right.
Yeah. That's when you can win a Super Bowl
you're right.
with Trent Dilfer.
Without, Jesus Christ, good point. Without, I don't want to make this a fully like misogynist thing. So between Loretta and
Glenn, my quarterback is a woman because I believe in equality. Shout out to Sabrina Ionescu, almost beating Steph Curry.
Shout out to, by the way, that's, buddy. I saw some tea on that.
You needed to be in a group chat with Miguel, who has fully transformed into Andrew Tate over the course of the last.
Transformed? He was the first Andrew Tate.
Yes.
Miguel was the first.
My God.
I posted something on my Instagram where I was like, blah, 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 blah. And this, and they were like, due to the cost of inflation, I can only go on this date for this amount of money. Miguel was like, inflation, man, it's got $700 for real. The gals deserve less. I was like, why would you put this under my Instagram? I didn't even do that to you. Why you do this to me?
We literally post in the group, it's the MEZ news of the day because it's something gals did. just to get his reaction. Like, we all do it. And he was silent during that whole 3-point contest out of fear that she might have won that. The minute because she dropped 26. The minute Steph Curry come out there and drop 29 is like a sigh of relief. And he just pop up in the group. Because he was so afraid. Because you know what you would have had to do? You would have had to reckon with that moment. You would have had to reckon with that moment.
Miguel is who Kevin thinks he is. You only ready for the conversation. Kevin thinks he's Miguel.
Kevin Fox is a hunter.
No. He's absolutely a hunter.
He's not.
No, he is. He is. Kevin Fox is a hunter. Miguel is a killer. Miguel is a killer. He posted some selfie in a story no longer than this morning, and I was like, look at him.
Ask Ashley about those. He always is taking. Let's move on.
Clip it. Shout out to Miguel, though, for real. Love that nigga.
All right. So what else? What else we got going on? Oh, so I wanted to hit you with one sports topic, because this is not ostensibly we're supposed to be talking about sports, but we don't. I got to talk about sports every day. I need a break from that shit. But so Devin Charlton sets the world record for 60-meter hurdles. World record. And she ain't just win a race. Best in the world of all time. Has since been equaled, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, world record holder. Not something that comes along in Bahamian history like ever.
Well, no, it comes along, but it's far. It's in between. It's distance between them.
She's the only one we got. So
that's true, actually. I think I'm a gold medal. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's way
much different.
Different,
thing,
yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
So you wanted to wait and see. Okay, what's gonna happen from this? Because I'm sure she's a Puma athlete, so I'm sure in her contract there's some incentive for Puma, but you want to see what the government's gonna come up with. So in the House of Assembly, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture Mario Boleg announces that she's gonna get $10,000. We post that. Every media house runs with the story. And I have not seen a single person say, yeah, good job by the government. You can't really get Bahamian people to unite on much, but they are united on the fact that $10,000 is some bullshit for a world record.
That is bullshit money.
Like,
I'm sorry.
They are really on board with this.
And it's not even funny because like
it's kind of funny.
No, it's kind of funny because they were like what was that meeting? Like what were they like? She broke a world record. No one else in the world is this fast on hurdles. Like, in the world. So, like, 8,000? Give it 10.
Who was the person saying, John Canoe rush out of the airport ain't enough this time?
You know there was some 72-year-old person in that room.
All they do. It's the go-to move. So, the picture we posted literally was a John Canoe rush out.
Yes. And then be like, all right, so let's go. John Canoe rush out. We do something by the park, I guess. I don't know. We name a street after. What's the street?
Y'all has no one called celebrity artists yet? Because we got to get one of them.
What's the street over from Podolio? What's the street? Do we need Mini Street? Could it just be?
Could we just name it?
No. Hurdle Street. Like, not even her name. Like, can we name it Hurdle Street? Like, what do we? Let's go through it, and then we give her some money. How much should we give her? 5.
Someone was saying 5.
Someone said 5.
Someone was saying 5.
Someone said 5.
Because here's the thing. 10 wasn't the first number. Like, someone had to come out with 10, and then someone was saying like 20. And the person that said 20, they was like, you out of your mind.
Yes. Here's the thing, though. I don't think, and this is just me, I don't think I'm tripping when I say this. I don't think she should have gotten money. I think they'd have been like, you know what? We can give you a house in Venetian. We can give you a house in Treasure Cove. We can give you something to wear like...
Well, they got to ask people for that.
No, you just buy it, actually. Or you ask for the blight, so you don't have to pay for it.
Also, more than 10.
That's going to cost more than 10, but at least you have a permanent house here so you can come in. That's how they dropped the ball with Shawnee.
Nah, let me get that cash, bro. Like,
what's the right number for you?
Let me get that cash. What do I think she should have got?
Yeah,
$100,000.
I was thinking that. Yeah, $100,000 easy. You know why? Because Puma's already paying her, which is one thing. But that covers now, you know what? The next year and a half or so for training, gym, I mean, elite level stuff. Like she could really get her mind right and do what she got to do.
Bro,
10K for her is a weekend.
even if it was more, that's a great weekend. Even if it
It's a
was
great weekend.
even if it was more than that, whatever. But I just feel like the conversation should have been started at 100K because respect to all of the gold medalists, respect to winning at the Olympics.
It's a new era.
It's the greatest feat there is in their sport. But a world record to me means something different.
It's different from a gold. And here's the thing: I don't want to step on toes. I actually don't think that was Boleg.
No, he
Let me shoot him some bail,
bro.
I don't think that was Boleg.
This
I trust that nigga implicitly.
This was not about him. This was
Right.
obviously a decision that is made from a group of people. One person ain't signing off on this.
Who do we think? Who do we think came with them? Who do we think in government right now was like? I want to say Fred Mitchell, but I because he's like. I mean, she ran into him with some things, man. I mean, like, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
You know what? You may be surprised at who it is. I don't think it would be him because you know why? I actually seen him I've actually seen him at sporting events, and I feel like he understands the importance of that. So I wouldn't even put that on him. I don't know. That's a tough.
Someone lowballed her. I mean, obviously someone did.
Of course.
But I don't think it's my queen. Glennis, I don't think it's Boleg.
Glennis would have given her $3 million.
What? Feminism.
I feel like
Feminism.
I feel like any woman in government at that point would have been like, "Get this girl some more money."
I low-key want to blame Jo Beth Colby. I don't know why. Her name just sounds cheap.
Sounds southern though when you know
Right.
You know what that is do for me though. Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, yeah.
Chase bar guy.
Renaldo and Jo Beth Colby. That's a crazy sentence.
So
Fuck the Jo Beth. Holy shit.
no, what are you doing?
Not the actual Jo Beth.
Oh.
There was some red-headed freckled young lady with like farm body.
No.
'Cause farm body is a real thing.
It was
Farm body is a real thing.
yes, they had to take
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
And
It's a weird pivot, but here now.
the socioeconomic ties that go into this, right? Let's be 100% frank. When we were younger and when we were in school, the first set of young ladies that we noticed that had amazing bodies right away were
Douglas.
yes, who had bodies that one of my boys used to call
Pump water.
yes. So they are getting a workout in unbeknownst to them.
Mhm.
And this is before years of late night partying and horrible
Mhm.
eating will do irreparable damage to these bodies.
Mhm.
But at an adolescent age, they are toting.
Mhm.
What they don't know is they are doing farmer walks
Mhm.
with this 5-gallon
Mhm.
bottle. So by the time you are a teenager, and we saw this as teenagers,
Mhm.
it creates a certain body.
The three most important bodies in Bahamian culture are the pump water body.
Yeah.
The junkanoo body. Because the junkanoo body is everlasting.
Yeah.
These gals work out for like 3 months out of the year, and
Mhm.
that's enough.
Oh.
And then
Not for
there's
me.
the,
That's a story for another time. Just go. I want you to just go.
and
It's not football season.
and then there's a track and field body.
Oh, that shouldn't count. Their job is to work out. Their job is to work out.
We love it so much. We love it so much.
Always used to be jealous because track niggas always had first dibs.
Always had
It's so unfair.
Yeah.
It's so unfair. It's no way when you in school
Yeah.
that a non-track nigga getting a track girl. They spend it all the time with them.
Getting pussy because you fast is insane, but I get it.
Yeah.
'Cause we get pussy because we strong. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hold on. When you was in primary school, the first nigga that was getting all the gals was the
Backflips.
one who could run the fastest.
no, the backflips guy.
You don't think fast? You know what?
Backflips guy.
It was
got-
often the same nigga when you think about it.
One of them, yes. No, yes. Holy shit. What did we just do?
They was often the same nigga because
We just solve our trauma.
you had to possess that athleticism. I could do neither, by the way. I was like 5th fastest when I was in 4th.
They had a name from people like me. It was called Husky. They called us. There was a name. I could not run.
Remember when I had to start getting them pants?
Husky.
Fucking dark times, dog. Dark times. And I was like, you know what? I ain't getting none of these gals I watch.
I didn't get a single gal.
I ain't getting none of these gals.
I was watching my boy and call his government name. I don't care. Robert Bethel. He would run fast do knuckle-ass. And then when he finished beating everyone running, he'd do a backflip. And the girl's like, oh my God, Robbie, that's crazy. I was like, hi guys, I read extremely well.
Nobody gives a shit.
I read extremely well. They're like, no, but somebody's a backflip. I don't know. It's doing something to me. Like,
Like, you don't even know what you like yet. Like, we are kids.
let me talk to women. I'm looking at this camera. What was it about the backflip guy? I really want y'all to comment. What was it about him? Was there something in y'all, like, prepubescent loins where y'all was like, no, it's something, there's a survival mechanism here because he could do a front flip and a back flip. God forbid he could do a cartwheel into a front flip. God forbid.
Andrew,
But what was it about that one nigga?
you realize it hasn't changed, right?
No.
So here's the thing. That was only the nigga that got the most attention. They are not attracted to what you do.
No.
They are attracted to the attention.
Yeah.
So you can say that right now is the same thing as, think of anybody. And now it's at this age and at this level, of course, it coincides with money.
Mhm.
But all the money is a conduit for you to be able to get the most attention.
To afford the stuff.
Yeah. That's what it was. Money just wasn't into the equation yet. So you doing backflips, everybody watching you, you just the most sought after thing. Popularity.
You were special outside of that because if all of us are backflipping, there had to be something else. Then you had to jump off the roof. Like you do something like
The Incredibles taught us that. If everybody's special, nobody's special.
you talking today.
Yeah.
You came to talk today.
That's all.
I see it.
That's all.
I see it.
I couldn't backflip. Mm.
I still can't backflip.
Of course I can't backflip.
I can't
What I
backflip.
get backflip for?
I lift heavyweight. I can't. As a matter of fact, I saw your workout this morning where you was jumping with the stick pause, and I was like, you know what? This is backflip.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
that's for me. That's for me. That's my bag. I always know, like, this is strategic. But whatever.
That ain't getting clipped. That ain't getting clipped at all. You would have buried that. Quick, do me a favor. What's the time for this? What is it? 35, 45. No. This is one. Okay, cool. Kill it.
Hey, all I was showing is these are the exercises
segue.
that I have to train, and I got to show the kids what to do. You can't just be a do as I say coach. You can
No, you
sometimes
do.
you gotta
No,
do as I do.
No, I respect it. You look ridiculous, but I'm sure there's working some muscle that I'm not working right now that would help me in life as we speak.
Yeah, I was teaching proper run mechanics.
Yeah, that's what that was. Your shirt off.
Shirt was on.
Cut the fuck off then.
Yeah. Well,
Then my arms out. Pause.
no. Yeah.
So what you're trying to say to me is you when your shirt off, that's because you just want to show people the proper, like, the muscles they're working.
What did you learn today?
I learned that and you didn't notice this, which I'm very upset about you about this new X-Men is going to be the greatest thing to happen to 40-year-olds, while simultaneously we're going to be very upset they took away Rogue's yams. She's yamless in the trailer.
What?
I was waiting to say that to you. Yeah, she's yamless.
They Kim Kardashian Rogue?
They Taylor Swifted Rogue. Yeah, they Taylor Swifted her. She had yams in our generation. In this generation, they didn't want to sexualize her, so they cut the yams up.
Was she from the South?
She lifts his sentinels. They kill the yams.
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and fucking gravy. They kill the yams. Look at it. People are making posts about this all over social media. I was waiting for you to see it, but I think you were too enamored with, like, the whole, like,
you
were too happy about what
I was
was
too
happening.
emotional. I couldn't. I learned that the late great Celine Oscar Pinling would have been an amazing leader on the defensive side of a football team. He was either going to be your Ray Lewis or your Ed Reed, and essentially that's what he was to the country.
That's literally what he was.
Yeah,
He guided everyone.
Ray Lewis. Did he kill a guy?
I mean, we just watched Griselda Blanco, did we not? We watched Narcos, did we not? Yeah, take your headphones off, coward. Take it off, coward. This has been Respectfully.
That was not respectful.